A field of ostrich corpses, just laying there where they were left. Drone flying over the BC Ostrich farm. That's what welcomed me this morning. As I searched in hope that they weren't going to go through with it. But they did.
What it comes down to is, killing these birds makes zero sense. Well, I don't even know where to start here, but I haven't seen the collapse of the Canadian society in such a clear way as I do in this case. And I'm of course not talking as a whole. There are groups and individuals out there absolutely doing the right thing, but the ostriches were clearly healthy. These birds clearly had value for research. There was people in the United States willing to take them. The police and the CFIA did not wear masks or protective gear of any kind when they first went onto the property. They were clearly aware that the birds carried no active disease and were of no danger to people. Everyone who even briefly looks into this will see that it's wrong. That doesn't make sense. There's no wisdom or intelligence being used in this scenario. But the CFIA, the courts, the RCMP, the BC government, and the federal government have all massively failed us. Someone made a rule, and now we all have to follow it, no matter what, no matter who it hurts, what trusts they're breaking, the sanctity of life. Or even as I mentioned earlier, they don't even care if it makes sense. It's kind of like 2 + 2 = 5. And these supposed rules we're following, they weren't even written by Canadians. They come from the World Animal Health Organization. Wahoo! Or Wahoo! Wow. Not Canadian scientists or Canadian veterinarians, or it seems anyone who has any idea of how our immune system actually works. That or they're just actually evil. It's one of the two. Can you? Wow. Before we put things like the CFIA in charge, or the World Animal Health Organization, or even the WHO, let's think about this for a minute. For thousands, even millions of years, our immune system has kept our species from dying off. Diseases have always been there. Long before the CFIA, or the WHO, or the WAHO. The disease adopts, then our immune system adopts. Or evolves if you prefer that, but back and forth it goes. These birds lost a good percentage of the flock to disease. The rest of the flock developed immunity and regained full health. These birds had a natural immunity, and that's a huge deal. The reason we give people vaccines is we want them to develop immunity. Natural or vaccine-based is still immunity. And I'm not saying science can't help us deal with health issues and diseases. Of course it can. But these rules are not based in science. And rules that don't allow for the use of wisdom, intelligence, and common sense, they're not justice. Not in any way, shape, or form. And certainly they won't keep you safe, not if they can't adapt to the situation. If that's the case, it's only control. Honestly, so murdering these birds makes zero sense. And honestly, I was hoping that the Supreme Court would hear the case, and wisdom, intelligence, and common sense would prevail. That we would do the right thing. We would act Canadian, and we would. But we didn't. Honestly, they refused to even hear the case. What are farmers or animal owners supposed to do if they refuse to even hear the case? If this is the global world, well, I don't want it. I especially don't want it in charge. I want my fellow Canadians, The ones that care about these ostriches. The ones that can recognize right from wrong. The ones that would make a difficult decision if these birds were a serious threat. But would also see that this is not a serious threat and happily spare the life of these ostriches. I mean, someone that would do what's right and stand up for our health and our community, our way of life. You know, I'm not saying break laws or anything like that, but someone that would simply say, let's retest these ostriches, both for signs of disease and for natural immunity. And not with PCR tests. Nope, we all know they're unreliable. With proper lab testing. And let's do those tests before we even talk about killing these beautiful creatures. I mean, killing any animal, any human, anything should be last resort, not first. It shouldn't simply be a precautionary measure. I mean, that's not actually based in science. And if the animals are actually sick, I mean, couldn't we try medication or quarantine, you know, at least if that's an option, well before we decide to kill them? If someone in charge actually said and did these things, I mean, it would start to restore faith in our government and in our institutions. I mean, they still might have a long ways to go, but it would get at least, wow. Okay, well, again, these birds do not need to be murdered. I don't know what we're doing. I mean, for more thoughts and opinions, watch Thoughts from the Backroads. But if you need to forget about the world's issues for a little bit, please check out my documentaries. They're pretty relaxing. I go into the backroads of the Cariboo and search for things to photograph. Take you away from all this insanity. Honestly, we really all need to stand up. I mean, this is getting insane. This is not okay. I don't think it's okay. I don't know anyone that does.
You know, I do think we as Canadians expected somebody in charge to do the right thing. I really do. You know, to stand up. Stand up for the right of the ostriches. Stand up for the right of Canadians. But, I mean, honestly, to all our surprises, no one did.
I guess it's up to us now. I mean, it's clear that none of the leaders are going to come and rescue us.